Did you know there are over 300 US companies that are currently operating in Haiti? Despite Haiti being known as the poorest country in the Caribbean, numerous American companies have been active on its shores since the initial US invasion in 1915. These companies often pay their workers 550 gourds or 533 for 12 hours of labor, equating to a mere 60 cents per hour. On February 10th, 2022, the predominantly female workers of the National Society of Industrial Parks, or SONAPI, peacefully protested, demanding improved wages and working conditions. However, they were met with deadly force from the Haitian National Police, or PNH, under the command of France Elbay, aiming to protect the interests of US-branded merchandise companies. The protesters were advocating for a daily wage of 1,500 Haitian gourds, equivalent to 14 US dollars, to sustain a decent standard of living. Shockingly, the PNH responded with live ammunition, brutally attacking the women who dared to demand better treatment and fair compensation. Some of these companies include PepsiCo, Coca-Cola, Radio Shack, FedEx, JCPenney, Kmart, Target, Walmart, Culligan Water, McDonald's, Nape Auto Parts, Avis Rent-A-Car, Hertz, Dollar Tree, Budget Car Rental, Crowley, Domino's Pizza, Marriott, and Best Western. Additionally, there are companies like GTE, TRW Inc., AC, Nielsen, Gulf and Western, and Kelly Reed. Haiti has effectively become a colony for the U.S. economy, akin to a plantation in plain sight. From garment production to food and oil, the American way of life is heavily reliant on Haitian labor. When you hear about the U.S. deploying troops to Haiti to safeguard American interests, it refers to this economic dependency.
You guys see how your precious system of capitalism cannot exist without slavery and exploitation? So when people first hear about how we exploit Haiti, when people see what France did to them, completely bankrupting them, forcing them to pay reparations because they overthrew their slave masters, you guys will quickly understand that its capitalist Western system cannot exist without slavery and imperialism. That's why we know, and our brother Lennon explained how imperialism is the highest form of capitalism. They had to get it from somewhere. In the pursuit of never-ending profits, they got to exploit somebody. So if you're a true anti-imperialist, if you really hate the military-industrial complex, if you want to bring our Western ruling class to your knees, you are an anti-capitalist. I believe you have to be a communist to be properly anti-imperialist. That's why MAGA, and that's why the majority of the global left, they stop at being anti-imperialist. They may say they're anti-war, but they're not. We have our brother Q, who will be joining us here very soon. You guys know I was in the lab cooking for you guys today. We got our brother Q joining us. You guys know he's a professor unofficially. RBN, we confiscate doctorates here. Many doctorates get the issue of Haiti wrong. It's very common. So we're gonna take doctors, we reward them, and our boy Q Anthony Mena is a doctorate when it comes to anti-capitalist theory, anti-imperialist theory, what the United States have done to Haiti, Cuba, Africa as well. Because you see people on the left who get Haiti ridiculously wrong. Someone who I praise a lot, Lula from Brazil. Oh, Lula. It was always one of those caveats, brother. Because I think Lula and I think AMLO have been surprisingly good when it comes to calling out the United States. You must understand that the United States and Mexico, their leaders and their presidents, because they're in the hemisphere of one of the most powerful empires that we've seen in modern human history, there has to be some form of decorum. Their leaders always tend to be very accommodating to the United States. AMLO and Lula have called out Biden for his persecution of Julian Assange. AMLO and Lula called out the United States and called them to lift the embargo on Cuba. You had AMLO and you had Lula that called out the United States and Ukraine for the war against NATO. NATO and the West for the war against Russia. You had Lula that attacked the West because he accused them of demonizing China. He strongly disagreed with the West and NATO demonizing China. He said we had to work and build with China. Same thing AMLO said. So there have been a lot of instances where we are seeing great things from the the Mexican and the Brazilian president. But there's always this issue, the issue of Haiti. The issue of Haiti that Lula gets disgustingly wrong. Actually, I'm actually kind of curious. I don't have it in my outline. I want to see what he's been saying about Haiti recently. Yeah, let me find what he said recently. I'm actually curious. Brazil Lula urges world to act rapidly. Oh, Jesus Christ. Lula, you motherfucker. You motherfucker. Brazil's Lula, and it wasn't planned in my show. I decided I wanted to look this up. So I'm not just smearing Lula because Lula historically had been horrible on the issue of Haiti. Same as AMLO. For some reason, and on the RBN, we made a very coordinated effort to highlight the differences between the U.S. left and the global left. And I explained many times before that the U.S. left is a complete joke compared to the global left, compared to the socialists and communists in Brazil, compared to the Southeast Asian communists that we see in Asia. But even on this issue, Lula is fucked on this issue. Lula is fucked on the issue of Haiti. AMLO is fucked on the issue of Haiti. One of the few people who actually got the issue of Haiti correct, Nicolas Maduro. Based as Nicolas Maduro, who is there to resist the United States and the West every step in the way. That's the real reason why they hate Nicolas Maduro. Not because he's a tyrant, Bernie. That's what Bernie actually said. Nicolas Maduro is a tyrant for going after the people who tried to kill him. As Bernie Sanders cheer on people at January 6th who got in prison for 20 plus years. So you can imprison people in the United States for showing up drunk at the Capitol, but Nicolas Maduro going after the party that sided with the CIA and tried to kill him, now everyone thinks he's evil. So the Bernie Sanders left think Nicolas Maduro is evil. Nicolas Maduro, one of the few people who actually got Haiti right. And maybe I should do the Lula check with him to see if Maduro said anything about Haiti recently. Actually, I'm going to do that. Let's fact check myself in real time. Oh, there it is. There it is. Look at your boy. Look at your boy's memory. So I'm going to show you guys what Lula said and then Maduro, what he said. Based as Maduro. They want us to hate Maduro. Why? Maduro has been incredible. Fam. He prevented Western intervention and regime change in Venezuela. That's a topic for a whole nother day. There's a reason why he's extremely popular. People in Venezuela know who's responsible for their financial hardships. They know where the sanctions come from. Maduro refuses to sell his people out to United States industry, corporations, capital. He calls out the United States for the treatment of the Palestinians, the Cuban blockade, the NATO war. Every step in the way, Nicolas Maduro has been based, which is why I look very side-eyed at MAGA, or quote-unquote right-wing populists, who I explained to you guys don't really exist, when they have this rabid hatred for Nicolas Maduro. The same way they had the rabid hatred over Kim Jong-un. When they got a rabid hatred over Xi Jinping. I'm like, bro, I am very suspect of those people. So those people during COVID, when it's something that affects your life, now that for the first time in your white life, you feel government authoritarianism, and all of a sudden you're a detective. The same people who spread bullshit about China, North Korea. Actually, let me show you the Maduro quote while I'm ranting. Here's Nicolas Maduro. The same people who are a detective, the same people that are like, I would never listen to CNN, MSNBC, New York Times, because the first time in their white life, authoritarianism affected them. They for the first time, because of the COVID mandates and COVID authoritarianism, white America felt authoritarianism for the first time, and now they became detectives, and they, props to them, many of the channels saw through the COVID narrative. And those same people like, man, I've been woken up, man. I see through. I got my third eye. Those same people fall for every single liberal lie about Nicolas Maduro, Venezuela. Bro, give me. I told you guys. Who's the only show out here debunking Western propaganda against Nicolas Maduro? Who's the only one who is debunking propaganda against the DPRK? A lot of people do China, I admit that. A lot of people do Russia, I admit that. But they're in this Western culture, the pressure in the professional managerial class is so strong to condemn Maduro, to condemn Putin. That's why Cornball West did it. Cornball West says we on the Jimmy Dore plantation because we are quote unquote too weak on Russia. That is the position of the professional managerial class. They kowtow to the talking points of the establishment, even as they pretend to be anti-war. Cornball West condemns Hamas. He condemns Hamas liberation fighters against an extremely fascist and violent government. But he won't let you know how much he cares about Palestinians, though. We're going to let you know how much we don't want war with Russia, but we're going to legitimize every single talking point that the establishment has against Putin and Russia. Oh my God, I think Putin is an evil tyrant and thug who must be stopped. But please don't, no war, no war. Neocons, what are you talking about? Why you guys think the anti-war left has been so ineffective in America, in the West? You have people like Bernie Hill. Oh my, come on, guys, stop sanctioning Venezuela. But yeah, I agree, Nicolas Maduro is a tyrant. I explained to Cornball and all these professional managerial class clowns who I'm completely done with on RBN, that you have to humanize your enemies in the West. If you benefit from living in the most violent empire in human history, you must humanize your enemies. That's our obligation. If you're not humanizing the enemies that the United States wants to go to war with, you are effectively doing pro-war propaganda because your objection means nothing. Do you post it on Twitter when you say, I personally condemn the Ukraine war? Is that stopping the Ukraine war? Is that stopping the Afghanistan war? You providing PR for the Pentagon when you say Putin is evil, Nicolas Maduro's evil, that's effectively helping the war machine way more than your weak-ass virtue signaling is actually hurting the empire. Because the person will be like, yeah, if you think Nicolas Maduro is a tyrant, shouldn't we do something about it? If Putin is so evil, shouldn't we do something about it? Anyway, let's move on. Venezuela's Maduro rejects Haiti military intervention at CELAC summit. So Maduro is actually one of the few leaders I see who get this correct. Someone in the chat, let me know if you see anyone else among these quote-unquote global left leaders. So as Nicolas Maduro rejects Haiti intervention, you have Lula that urges the world to act rapidly on crisis-torn Haiti at Caribbean summit. Define what you mean by act. Because the last time there was like a UN intervention in Haiti, there was a cholera outbreak that killed thousands of Haitians. The United States, when they overthrew the democratically elected government in Haiti, who haven't had an election since 2014. Every single time the United States intervenes in Haiti, for example, the last coup that they started in 2004, the devastating coup that had horrific consequences, the idea was to bring stability to Haiti, to bring stability and advocate for human rights in Haiti. Fam, did that happen or did that not happen? You guys notice how all their stated intentions never come to pass? They go to war on terror. Quote unquote terror is stronger than ever been. They went to war on drugs. Drugs won that war. And now they had this claim that they want to intervene in Haiti to bring stability. And now it's worse than ever. It's worse than ever. So at what point do we say we don't believe you and your objective because you keep failing? The United States was involved in Haiti for the last 70 to 80 years. Installed a fascist tyrant that brutally murdered and tortured Haitians who dissented against the government. Every single Western plan to bring stability to Haiti does nothing but make Haiti worse. And we got our boy Q in the house. What's popping, Q? I'll bring you in. Bring you in there in a second. I won't put this video up. I try to read this headline. I'm gonna show you guys like the insane propaganda coming out about Haiti. One of them is the whole cannibal claim, because now they're all ready to intervene in Haiti again. You have it's something that is really escalating. Even Elon Musk and the right-wing influencers, all these imperialists, they know the assignment. So this cannibal claim, and here's the headline: Elon Musk and right-wing influencers use cannibal claims to smear Haitian migrants amid crisis. What is this for? This is to help the Kenya-United States coalition get political capital so they can continue to invade Haiti. But man, I've been on. I'm gonna get my guest in here. Let's get our boy Q Anthony a minute in here. We was in the lab cooking. You already know I had to bring a guest today.
It's all
Ali.
Hey, what's up, bro? Hey,
what's popping, man?
Oh, good.
What's
I'm good.
poppin'?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Been too long.
It's been too long, man. Hell, I was like, man, it's been a long time since we had Ali on the show. I thought it was a minute. What happened? I thought it was a minute. Is it
Oh no, it's well after the conversion, it's Ali.
Oh, okay. I see. I missed that. So
Yeah,
thank you for.
yeah.
So it's Ali, not a minute now. Okay. When that happened?
Oh, I converted like two years ago. 2 years ago, Eid.
Damn, my bad, brother.
Yeah.
I've been calling you a minute for 2 years now.
No. Many was my wife's surname.
Okay, so I know for future. I know for future.
Yeah, after the conversion, I go by Ali.
All right, well said. I definitely make sure I remember that in the future. But it's good to have you back on the show, my brother.
Yeah, good to see you too, man.
It's been a while.
Oh, by the way, before we get started, I have to ask you one question, because I know we're gonna end up talking about it at some point. And if I don't ask you now, we're gonna end up talking about it in the DMs. What did you think about Ngannou getting starched?
See
round,
that,
bro.
My brother. See, that's exactly what I expect that to happen when he fought Fury.
Tyson Fury,
Bro,
yeah.
I didn't. Yeah. You know how much
he actually did two things. A lot of people said that he exposed Fury, and it's like, no, he did not expose. Fury is the same. Like, Tyson Fury is more or less the same fighter that he was back when he retired, and then he came back and started taking fights again. It has nothing to do with Fury, even though I kind of joked about that, because being a black person and seeing him just put Deontay Wilder on his back, it was tough. It was hard to see. But I actually don't dislike Tyson Fury. The issue is that what he did was show how much Anthony Joshua has grown in the last couple of years. Did you notice the amount of poise he had during the fight promotion, the press conferences, the weigh-ins? You notice how Anthony Joshua was I've never seen him that concentrated. He was focused as hell. No showboating, no shit talking, no nothing like that. He was like, I'm just here to do a job. Let's knock you the fuck out. That's what he did.
Dude, I still remember the Tyson Fury Klitschko fight. You remember Vladimir Klitschko?
Yeah, man.
Klitschko, my dad hated him. I remember my dad's a big Golden Glove.
I've always hated the Klitschko brother.
He was a big, tall fucking. Isn't he Ukrainian? Big, tall Ukrainian motherfucker with a giant.
As a matter of fact, Klitschko, he actually is fighting in the Ukrainian army now.
Oh, gee. I knew he was doing some Ukrainian shot. Isn't one of them a mayor or something like that?
He was. That'd be Vladimir. Yeah, he was a. I don't know if he was a mayor or a member of the Legislative Assembly, but he was some elected official. I just don't remember what the title was.
Klitschko was a great fighter, but he also was assigned of the weak heavyweight division. But he was this tall, big Russian.
That was just thing. People
didn't want to
because people bigged him up because his fight with Lennox Lewis. Everyone was like, "Oh, he won that fight," and it's like, Yeah, but Lennox Lewis was also like he was on the tail end of his career. You know what I mean? It's like somebody, you know, it's like one of those fighters in like the '90s beating up on George Foreman. It's like, yeah, but George Foreman is way past his prime. Lennox Lewis was heading towards retirement, so like I don't know how much you could really like claim a huge victory. But yeah, I never liked Klitschko, and I forget. Oh my gosh, I forget his brother's name off the top of my head. But I didn't like either of them.
Yeah, they dominated the division simply because he had a good
Yeah.
1-2, a good jab, man. And
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
I'll watch this fight just 1-2 every the whole fight 1-2. So he fights Tyson Fury, and I remember I watched that fight live because I think like, man, I feel like a lot of people sleep on this fight, and then Tyson Fury boxes Klitschko up in a way that we never seen before. Klitschko, he was known for having a weak chin compared to top boxers, so the blueprint to being Klitschko was to land a big like right hand to knock him out because he'd been knocked out before. But the way that Tyson Fury beat him was extremely impressive because Klitschko was known as more of a slow, methodical, points-based fighter. So the way that Tyson Fury just dismantled him on points, outclassed him on the technical side of the game was really impressive. And then you had the Deontay Wilder fight. And Deontay Wilder was a megastar. Obviously, we all know Deontay Wilder. Megastar. I'm sure Q will be back. He probably having a connection issue. But Deontay Wilder knocking everyone out in 1-2 is like the modern Mike Tyson, undefeated heavyweight fighter. Tyson Fury, huge underdog, comes out of retirement, loses a ton of weight, gets off the drugs, and then he defeats Deontay Wilder, the undefeated heavyweight champion who've been knocking out everybody. We get back on topic soon. And then for him to fight Ngannou, and for Ngannou to beat him, if you don't know, Ngannou was an MMA fighter. He was a UFC fighter. And he transitioned to boxing because Dana White and the UFC ripped fighters off. This is something that I've been talking about for quite some time. Ngannou left UFC, and now he makes way more money, millions and millions of dollars or more. Like he made like 10 to 15 million on paper in a Tyson Fury fight, way more than you make in the UFC. You guys hear me drag Dana White and Joe Rogan for their bullshit about fighter pay. So for Ngannou, someone who never had a professional boxing match, to defeat Tyson Fury, an undefeated heavyweight boxing champion, who defeated Klitschko, who defeated Deontay Wilder. I mean, Tyson Fury is as legit as it gets. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because Q brought this up. People need to understand, Ngannou, a UFC fighter with no boxing experience, defeating a heavyweight boxing champion is the biggest upset probably in sports history. And I feel like people wasn't framing it like that. You guys know how crazy it is for a UFC fighter to come in and defeat the undefeated heavyweight boxing champion? Why is no one talking about how fucking crazy that is? So then Ngannou was robbed. Actually, he was robbed in that fight. He was robbed. But everyone knew he won. Boxing is corrupt. Everyone knew he won. So he fight Anthony Joshua. And Anthony Joshua in that fight, it goes exactly how I expected the Tyson Fury fight to go. where Anthony Joshua outclasses him in the first round, knocks him out in the second round. That is what Tyson Fury should have done to Ngannou, which it still blows my mind. He has a lot of excuses about not training, all this stuff. It still blows my mind that I did. I don't know if you heard my whole rant that was going on while he was going.
My internet just crapped out for a second. Sorry about that.
Yeah, but anyway, we probably gotta get on topic. So I was explaining how crazy, just in a nutshell, I was explaining how crazy the upset between Ngannou and Fury was. No matter how, like, for a UFC fighter to go to boxing with no professional boxing matches and defeat the 100% legitimate undefeated heavyweight boxing champ, it's probably the biggest sports upset of all time.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
that's literally insane. That's why when the Anthony Joshua fight happened, I wasn't surprised because that should happen in the Fury fight. Like, no matter how good Ngannou is, you shouldn't. Bro, I spar with pro boxers, bro. There's a difference. I spar with people who fought in Bellator. I fought with Jason High, who was a UFC fighter. Nigga, there's a difference between fighting someone who's an Olympic gold medalist, excuse me, like I have. My cousin, who was a pro fighter, who fought on Showtime, like multiple times.
You got a cousin who's a pro fighter? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
See, okay. Oh, look at you. All right.
So my dad was a 3 times regional Golden Glove boxer.
Yeah.
I had a cousin who fought on Showtime multiple times. I had like multiple cousins won Gun Glove championships. I sparred with all of them. I sparred with I sparred with pro fighters my entire life. But there's a difference between a boxer and a UFC fighter, especially in stand up. Excuse me. Let me clear my throat. But anyway, let's get on topic.
Yeah.
We were talking about Haiti.
Oh, good. Yeah.
So I'll pass it to you because I did a long rant about Haiti. I want to get your thought about the intervention and the propaganda.
Oh boy!
That's you. I'll be right back.
Here's the thing: I haven't checked the news today because today I've been just working all day. Like I was working since before sunup. But wait, you gonna be all right? I can't. All right, I was here to answer questions. I wasn't gonna go on a rant by myself. Okay, here's the issue that I have with the way people are talking about Haiti, because every single
I'll be right back. Sorry, I had to clear my throat, man. I'm fucking dying.
No, that's all good.
I'll be right back.
All good, man. Yeah, go drink some water and maybe like down a shot of olive oil or something like that. You sound like you're suffering over there. The problem I have with every time that there's instability in Haiti, and this is a cyclical thing. This happens every few years, and it's been like this for a very long time. Ever since Jean-Bertrand Aristide was the president of Haiti, and that's that like the Western news sources describe Haiti in terms of its basket case nature, that Haiti being the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere, this is just the way that Haiti is, and nothing can ever change that. Aside from the people of Haiti rising up against corrupt leadership, or that Black people in Haiti need to do better for themselves, there's always some Sally Struthers feel so much pity for them, but hope they can pull themselves up. This bullshit propaganda about Haiti that it absolutely infuriates me, because Haiti has been under a state of punishment for the last 400 odd years. Haiti is like this not because of its nature, because Black leadership is inherently dysfunctional. Haiti's not like that because of an inherently corrupt government or the people's inability to self-govern. Haiti is like that because it has been essentially the crucified prisoner.
Man,
crucified. The Romans crucified the Spartacus rebels on the path to Rome. That's essentially what Haiti is. Haiti is the example to the rest of the world. If you rise up and you unfetter yourself, if you rise up against the slave economy, if you rise up against colonialism, if you rise up against empire, this is what will happen to you. So Haiti is essentially the corpse hanged from the city gates as an example to the others. So when we talk about it's been overrun by cannibal gangs, I see even people that call themselves progressives and leftists repeating this bullshit. I see progressives and leftists talking about, well, look what France did to Haiti. Look what the United States did to Haiti back in the early 20th century. Yeah, that did happen, but let's talk about things that are more recent. Why, for example, do people not talk about the fact that Canada, the United States, France, Belgium, and Brazil all got together in Ottawa and decided that they were going to launch an invasion into Haiti, kidnap its president, and replace him and its government with a military dictatorship? Why don't we talk about that? Why don't we talk about the fact that the Clinton stooge, Sweet Mickey Martelli, a former lounge entertainer turned, imagine RuPaul. Imagine a contestant and a winner on RuPaul's Drag Race becoming the president of the United States. And not because of their political acumen, but because they're willing to do whatever some foreign government instructs them to do. That's what Martelli's role was essentially to sell Haiti out from underneath the feet of its inhabitants to U.S. interests, to turn Haiti essentially into one large garment factory. Or talking about the fact that his and his ancestors, his successors, that is Preval and then Jovenel Moïse. I'll talk about the fact that that's what they were there to do. That his successors were there to carry out the exact same policy of piecemeal handing out Haitian land and resources out to U.S. interests. And the person that's taking over control now, everyone calls him Barbecue. The guy has a name, or rather, it's not Barbecue; it's Barbecue. Right?
Yeah, I wanted to ask you,
but
about
he has a name, right?
Yeah,
It's Jimmy Charizier. Jimmy Charizier. Jimmy Charizier he is the modern day leader of the Tonton Macoute. I'm not sure if you know about the Tonton Macoute.
I need to learn more about it. That's why I'm glad you're here.
Okay, so you might have heard of Papa Doc Duvalier.
Yeah, I know.
And
him.
Papa Doc.
And I wanted to ask you about because barbecue.
Sure. Barbecue.
Yeah, I'm not. You guys know I'm not a good linguist.
No.
The
reason I say that is because when you pronounce it with this Western tongue, it's as if you are validating the story. I just refuse to do that.
That's a great point.
I absolutely refuse to do that. Yeah, I'm not doing this whole decolonize your mind bullshit. It's that the moment you start talking like them, you begin to validate what their story is. And the story that's being told about Haiti is absolutely not what's happening. It is not what happened.